Fields of Omagh, join me in congratulating Fields of Omagh as our new champion.
Good old bloke.
There you go.
Peter, hello. Good.
Mr. Premier, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe that I'm standing here representing the best bunch of people that you'd ever want to race a horse with. Allow me just to tell you how from the mid-60s I'd always come here to the Cox Plate and stand on the flat. I could never afford to be over on this side. And I've just seen some of the great champions come up this hallowed turf to win the race where legends have made. And I've seen them from Tobin Bronze 2 years in a row, the copper-coloured horse, Gunsind, the Bone Crusher, our Waverley Star finish, to Might and Power, to the greats in Sunline and Northerly, and I've had the good fortune to see them all. And I think, as an owner, you think, one day, wouldn't it be wonderful just to have a horse to race on Cox Plate Day? The bonus would be to ever come to a Cox Plate and have a horse to be one of the contestants, and we got that last year, and I thought we were blessed. To come back a second year is an absolute amazing thing for us. I've just got to say that the work of Lindsay Park, and I go back and having horses trained, never on my own, I couldn't afford it, but having horses trained by Colin Hayes, David Hayes, Peter Hayes, and now Tony McAvoy, so I've seen them all, and they've been wonderful friends down over the years, but now to have it with Tony McAvoy to buy a yearling that cost us a fair bit of money, and I had trouble getting people together to see if they'd be interested, and he was a pretty slow horse at the start too. It was pretty hard to sell. But we just persevered because he was given the tag as being a bit of a dumb cluck and a slow horse of the stables, but slowly but surely he came around. And the work when this horse did a suspensory over 12 months ago that was put in by Campbell Baker and John Cornell and all the staff back there at Lindsay Park was just phenomenal. Then to have the horse break down again in the autumn after the Australian Cup and have to go through all that hard process again, it's just absolutely gut-wrenching. But if you race horses, you've got to keep believing, you've got to keep dreaming. And all these people were so patient. We knew at the end of the day we'd get a horse that would win a major race. We got sick and bloody tired of chasing Northerly. We thought it might have broken his spirit. But this horse, he really is a brave heart. He's come through 2 suspensories. I went and watched him work last weekend. I flew to Adelaide, watched him work at Angaston, and he was absolutely awesome. We made a plan. We had strategies in place. We met with the jockey and the trainer, Stephen King and Tony McAvoy yesterday, and we had plan A and plan B. Plan A worked beautifully. I must say, if it was going to get into a dogfight turning for home, it was going to be tough. We wanted to be there in the mix. And I can't explain the feeling on behalf of everyone here. They come from all different walks of life, from a bookmaker's clerk to the general manager of a radio station to a humble broadcaster who spent the hardest 2 minutes of his life in spitting out those names and spitting out that horse's name, getting to the line. That's the toughest call for me. Tonight we're going to party, but I can't thank particularly the trainer Tony McAvoy and everyone at Lindsay Park, and Stephen King, who's a consummate professional. Thanks for treating our horse so well, for giving him the applause he does. As I say, he's got a giant heart, this horse, and this is a great moment for us. Thank you.
Well done to Brian Martin. And as Bruce McAvaney and Peter Donegan just mentioned, it must have been so hard for Brian to call that race, and must have been hard for this man as well, the man who sat in the